everybody! I thought I'd read you another bedtime story, but this one is kind of funny. This one's about getting ready for school. And I know a lot of you are doing homeschool right now, online, or doing some packets, but some of it might be hard. But I was thinking it's not as hard as it is when you're trying to get to school on time. And when Hunter was little, he thought this book was hilarious. So I hope you find it funny too. It's called There's a Cow in the Road by Reeve Lindbergh. There's a cow in the road. Excited about this one. There's a cow in the road, and it sure is a shock when I first wake up at 7 o'clock to hear the horns and the screech of the brakes and to go to the window and see, gosh sakes, there's a cow in the road. She's a big one too, browsing on blossoms drenched in dew. Then the cow looks at me and the cow says, moo. And the next thing I know, there's a goat there too. There's a goat in the road at the edge of our drive as I pull on my socks at 7:05. He's got 4 white feet and a fine white beard. He's a gorgeous goat, but it still seems weird. There's a goat in the road, and as plain as can be, and our paper boy's hiding behind a tree. Then the cow looks at me and the cow says, moo. And the next thing I know, there's a sheep there too. There's a sheep in the road with her fleece all clean as I wash my face at 7:15. And don't ask me the reason, I don't have a clue. She's just standing there with the other two. There's a sheep in the road, and there's a drive that meets the grass, and there's just enough room for the cars to pass. But the cow looks at me and the cow says, moo. And the next thing I know, there's a horse there too. There's a horse in the road, and he's full of his tricks as I comb my hair at 7:26. He's twitching his tail and tossing his mane, and there's a handsome horse, but a little vain. There's a horse in the road, all ready to go. He doesn't look sleepy, he doesn't look slow. Then the cow looks at me and the cow says, moo. And the next thing I know, there's a goose there too. There's a goose in the road. She's down by the tree as I grab my homework at 7:33. She's walking around and honking a lot. She's looking for something, but she won't say what. There's a goose in the road in a gray feathered gown, telling barnyard stories from all over town. Then the cow looks at me and the cow says, moo. And the next thing I know, there's a pig there too. There's a pig in the road at the end of the line as I gobble my toast at 7:39. He's a big, large, pink pig with a big, broad smile, and I'm going out to meet him in a very short while. There's a pig in the road, and it's easy to see that the road is the place for a kid like me. And the cow looks at me and the cow says, moo. And the next thing I know, I'm standing there too. There's a crowd in the road where there wasn't one before, side by side at 7:44. The cow and the goat and the sheep and the horse and the goose and the pig and me, of course. There's a crowd in the road, and it sure feels good to wait all together in our neighborhood. Why are we waiting? So we won't be late. The school bus comes at 7:45. Of course, we can't all stand in the road now. We should be at least 6 feet apart to keep each other safe just for the next couple months. Hopefully it will all be over soon. But meantime, I just want you to know we're thinking about you and praying for you, and I hope you stay safe, and I hope you enjoyed this story. And good night.